Hello, my name is Stratton Griffin, and this is my Exploring Personal Virtues. So, for my four personal virtues, for my civic, I chose empathy. I practice empathy by actively listening to others and considering their perspectives. For instance, I serve as a assistant youth advisor at my church, and I make sure that all the youth are heard whenever we're discussing a particular subject. For my moral virtue, I chose integrity. Integrity guides me to stay honest and fair. As a student, I once admitted a mistake on a group project timeline to maintain trust with my peers, even though that made me pretty uncomfortable. For my performance virtue, I chose perseverance. Perseverance helped me overcome challenges, such as preparing for an important exam while juggling work and family at the same time. Staying committed despite obstacles taught me resilience. For my intellectual virtue, I chose curiosity. So my curiosity drives my passion for learning. I work as a security guard while attending GCU, and I'm always listening to audiobooks on history subjects like World War II or even in the Industrial Revolution or anything like that, so I can be more informed as an educator in the future. So my applications of virtues in an inclusive classroom. For empathy, I'll use one-on-one discussions to understand students' needs and adapt lessons accordingly. For example, if a student struggles with participation, I'll create alternative ways for them to contribute so that way they know their value in the classroom. For integrity, I will ensure classroom rules are applied consistently and admit my own mistakes to model accountability. Perseverance. I'll encourage students to persist through challenges by sharing stories of my own perseverance, such as mastering algebra, which I really struggled with and I initially found very difficult. For my curiosity virtue, I'll integrate students' interests into lessons, like using popular media or maybe like Instagram memes, things like that to make learning more relatable to the students. So in my opinion, the two most critical values for educators are compassion and patience. For compassion, I'll foster kindness by recognizing each student's unique potential. For example, during a group activity, I can highlight strengths like creativity or leadership in quieter students. And then for patience, when working with students who are struggling academically, I'll use patience to guide them without discouragement. So these virtues align with Imago Dei, which means in the image of God, meaning that we are all made in the image of God. We all have inherent value. We need to affirm every student's worth and dignity, which creates a culture of respect in the classroom. So the meaning of character formation. To me, character formation means guiding students to develop virtues that empower them to contribute positively to society. It's about more than academic success. It's teaching them responsibility and respect, and then kindness too. For me, that's one of my key goals as a future educator is to prepare them to enter society, enter a career that they love and that really creates a meaningful contribution and makes the world a better place. That's one of the things I also like about attending GCU is that they emphasize that these virtues are essential for both individual and the growth of society as well, which forms the foundation of character education. So strategies for fostering character formation. So I think one of the first ones and one of the most important ones, I learned in one of my previous psychology courses that children and generally all humans learn by modeling behavior. So I need to demonstrate virtues like respect by treating all students fairly and apologizing if I make a mistake. So another idea is collaborative activities, so group activities. In a history lesson, I'll assign group roles that encourage teamwork, like a leader, a researcher, and a presenter, teaching responsibility and cooperation, which they will then use in the future workplace. Another idea is integrated lessons. I'll share stories of historical figures who embodied perseverance, such as Harriet Tubman, and tie them to classroom discussions on overcoming challenges. So finally, some of the personal development tools that I was able to find, some of the readings, you can explore Educating for Character by Thomas Lickona to deepen my understanding on the subject. Workshops, that's also another good idea. So attending diversity and inclusion seminars helps you refine your approach. And then resources. One of the resources I found was GCU's Center for Character Education, which offers tools and strategies to constantly and continually improve as an educator. Thank you so much for your time.